Hi, it's Amanchu. I'm here on Divergence SMP, and I want to do something a little different today. I'm just feeling a little chill. I'm not going to read from a script. I'm not going to prepare anything ahead of time. I have an idea what I want to do today. The tiny takeover has come, that drop, and there's a few things I can do with that. But I think I should show off my base, which is deep underground beneath World Spawn. I've shown it a little bit in previous videos, and I have been working on it little by little over time. We come down this elevator to this area, and I can't tell you how much effort and how scary it was to build this, but I thought it was kind of cool to have like a kind of fusion reactor or some kind of magical power source for this underground base. My storage is hidden away over here. I have to put something in this blast furnace to open it up to my storage area. And while I'm here, let me grab a little bit of gold. Grab a few gold dandelions. Yeah, new crafting recipe. Let's make some golden dandelions so I can have some baby mobs and keep them babies forever. Have a few pet puppies. Buddy, Princess, and name to be determined. And a baby puppy. Why did that baby doggy just immediately wander off somewhere? Where are they? Oh, there you are. Now they can remain a baby puppy. Another thing the Tiny Takeover has given us is really cheap name tags. So I went ahead and made a bunch of name tags now that they're craftable and cheap. You'd be my little chew. And this sleepy unnamed dog will be unnamed. Right. All right, so I was showing off my base, right. So I had that secret room. I made that, like these magical things here with some kind of dials and instruments. I found this zombie horse a while ago and managed to get them down into Moria and made a stables for them. I'm wondering if I should get some new animals to add here. I think I might. Oh, it's another feature of the Tiny Takeover. New note block sounds. I have these copper golems wandering around the back and forth in the big forge. I think I've showed that off before. These are not wax. They're eventually going to seize up. And when they do, well, I can add them to my collection of frozen copper golems. Oh, I'm going to show off a clip of something that happened earlier. Silly, the dev, really, that's been hosting the server, has been adding a bunch of different things, cool features. He has a mini version, a mob version of various members of the Divergence SMP, and it includes me now.
Oh, that's a thick beard.
Wow, it is thick.
That is a super thick
You
beard.
could
even
knock
call it
out a child with that.
Earthy?
That is.
Ooh.
Oh, that is beautiful. That is just magnificent.
I love the little bow. The little bow is like so adorable.
You can
What does
still
that mean?
see his grey hair at the back of the wig.
You can. It sort of looks like some sort of strap for the glasses when it's like that.
Oh, that's kind of weird.
It's an aviator strap.
What is this, Mr. Silly?
Oh my god. That's amazing.
Oh my god.
4,256 buttons. 4,256 buttons. 4,256 buttons.
Attracted to this path blocks.
Perform. Simple as possible. Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute.
Simple as possible. Money.
Let's get a... There we go. 2 in the boat.
I'm taking them.
Oh, okay.
I have plans for you guys. So I took those guys and brought them to this mining area. They have interesting things to say.
1,256 buttons.
They also are holding fish and they like shoot cooked cod at you every once in a while. It's kind of an OP creature because it just, if you need food, yeah, it'll just toss food at you incessantly. But this is an unfinished mine. Obviously there are other entrances I can dig out here to mine for more resources, but at this point I don't do a lot of mining. I'm not a big fan of mining for resources.
I like farms to be as simple as possible.
It's funny to hear myself talk like that. I'm not big on mining, I'm more about farming, so I don't have a lot of these mine shafts dug out. This is more for decorative purposes than anything. I have a permit for selling buckets of lava, and I have a big lava farm here. All of these cauldrons are full of lava. But I don't think there's much of a market for it, so I haven't, like, set up shop or anything. But I do have a big lava farm here. What else can I show off about my base? That's about it, really. I've just been adding a little bit at a time over time. I think it looks most impressive from the outside, from a distance. I think today I'm going to try and add a little bit more life to my base. I like having things that are, like, alive, mobs wandering around it to give it life. These copper golems are one thing that's nice to have, but yeah, I think if I could get some striders in here, I think that would be kind of cool, because they'd fit right in down here with all this lava. Also, I'd like to get some allays. Not only to use them in a farm, but also it'd be nice to have some allays flying around this base. So I think my first step is to go off on an adventure and try to find some allays. I have a Woodland Explorer map, and I don't think anybody on the SMP this far into it was several months in, I don't think anybody's even been to a Woodland Mansion yet. So I will go and try and find this Woodland Mansion and check it out. I could, like, dig a tunnel through the nether and get there a lot quicker and build a portal that would lead me to where the Woodland Mansion is. I can use this map in the nether in Bedrock Edition. That doesn't work that way in Java, but I can do it in Bedrock. The thing is, though, I don't think I want to do that. I think I'd rather explore the overworld, see what other interesting things I can find along the way. Yeah, everybody has things that they like about Minecraft, and it has something different for everybody. I do like to go exploring once in a while. Alright, so anyway, my dot is to the northeast, so I need to go southwest. That's positive Z, negative X. So kind of this way. I wonder if I should fly. Yeah, I could, but again, I don't think I'm going to. I think I'm just going to walk there. I really like Actions and Stuff. I never want to play without it. But Actions and Stuff has not updated since late last year. So it may not work well with the Tiny Takeover update. I don't know. I don't know how the baby mobs are going to look. I want to believe the dot is moving, but it's not. It's not moving at all. Ooh, there's a pillager outpost. Is there allays in the pillager outpost? Nope, there's an iron golem in there. Be free. Be free. Or just be confused and stand there. That's fun too. There you go. There you go. Oh, hi. Thanks for the assist, bud. Oh, there's another pillager outpost. I'll have to check that. Oh, check over there. Yes, there's a lays there. All right. Alright, so now the question is, what do I do about it? Because I still want to explore the Woodland Mansion. I've come out this far. I don't want to bring the lace all the way back and then have to go all the way back out again. So, what I'm going to do is set this lodestone here. There. Now that'll point me where I need to go to find it again. Let's pick up my stuff and get out of here. It's an impressive view, but not seeing any dark oak forests anywhere near. Yeah, I think that's an Actions and Stuff baby chick. That is not a Tiny Takeover baby chick. Yeah, those are not the Tiny Takeover babies. I wonder if I should just turn that off just to look at the baby things. I could do that. I hate to, but I can do it. I'm gonna hate not having Actions and Stuff, but I want to kind of look at the new textures for the babies, and Actions and Stuff kind of has its own textures. There's the Tiny Takeover baby chicks. They are kind of cool. I like it. Hi, little guy. That is adorable. I'm hoping that there is an update for Actions and Stuffs that utilizes the new Tiny Takeover textures. Well, what's the term for that? Is that a palindrome? Tiny Texture Takeover. I want to try the Try that again. I want to try the Tiny Takeover textures to see if I prefer the Tiny Texture... No, try it again. The Tiny Takeover textures over Actions and Stuff. There's a baby horse. I like it. I'm just recalculating. I need to go positive Z, negative X. That's right. South is positive Z, west is positive X. Negative X. So positive Z, negative X. That's the right way. The dot's not moved yet. And I've gone 14,000 blocks. This is concerning. Oh, wait. I'm actually just about far enough west now. See, I'm the little white dot. I think I'm about far enough west. Now I just have to go positive Z to go south. I am so far out from spawn now. I don't know what I was expecting. I was probably expecting a Woodland Mansion about half this distance. I found a cartographer partway out toward the creeper farm that I had made a while ago. There was a little village and I found a cartographer there. And I bought this map from them. The cartographer that sold me this map didn't warn me how far away it was. I want to believe the dot's getting bigger, but it's not. It's just not. If Silly complains about the file size of the world suddenly ballooning to much larger than it was, I'll know why. I've loaded a lot of chunks exploring here. Oh, this is ridiculous far. I already found allays, which is the main thing I was going to the Woodland Mansion for in the first place. But you have to understand how stubborn I am. I'm not giving up on this. I spent more than 20 hours in the last video to build an unauthorized farm and then fight the Wither 66 times. Took me more than 20 hours for all that. I'm not giving up. I don't care how far it is. I don't care how long it takes. I don't know whether I should laugh or cry. It's still not there. Still not there. It looks like there might be ocean in the distance, and that might be promising because from the map it looks like I might have to cross an ocean to get to it. So maybe that's the ocean I have to cross. And it's not another ocean beyond that. Oh wait, the dot's getting bigger! The dot's getting bigger! The dot's bigger! I'm so excited. Bigger dot means I'm getting close. There's a dark forest right there. I must be getting close. Yeah, it's starting to render the map in. This is... I swear, this is like 5 times further away than I thought it would be. There it is, I see it. Good grief, that was far. There it is. I could try to find the main entrance or just cut in here. Hear an evoker around here somewhere. Oh, I also hear lays. Oh no. I hear lays in here. I don't know if it's worth bothering to... Creeper! Oh, I see that creeper. Sneaky little bastard. Not entirely sure what I'm going to do with all these bookshelves, but I'm taking them. The other thing in Woodland Mansions I really like to find is there's chest rooms that just have a ton of empty chests. They're nice. I suspect that that might be a false ceiling. Let me check. I could be wrong, but... It is not a false ceiling. That's just the next floor up. Yeah, there's just the next floor up. Anybody over here? Yep, creeper. Oh, there's a chest room. The funny thing about Woodland Mansions, and I think I've mentioned this in the past, if you can find one early game, it has amazing loot. Of course, you'd have to survive exploring it, but it has amazing loot in it. But it's so far away, it's so hard to get to. Ah! Haven't checked this side. Wait a minute. Ah! I got distracted because there's a pillager out there. Another guy. Okay, yep, there's a lays in here. But I am so far out. I'm not taking them back with me. I'll go to where I found those other allays. If I hadn't found those other allays much closer to spawn, I might have made a portal and gone through the nether to get back, but instead I'll just leave those allays there. There's a face staring at me. Boy, this sometimes signifies a hidden room. Sometimes. Or so I've heard, but in this case, there ain't nothing behind this. Oh, there's a bunch of mobs down there. The zombies can detect me from that far off. Oh, hi! No, don't bother to move. Ooh, he was about to summon. My smite axe on these guys. Did I pick up a totem? I did. Nice. And typically, I don't really use totems anyway. I prefer a shield. Ow. Where the hell did you come from? Sneaky bastard. Hi there. You see me? Ooh. Giant wool duck. Let's just put a boat there. So nobody sneaks up on me. I don't think there's anything inside the duck, but I want the wool. I want the wool. I'm gonna take the wool. Besides, after coming this far, damn it, this has to be worth it. Oh, shoot. Oh, no! There's all these other mobs protecting the evoker. Where is he? Where is he? He's over there. No, you don't. Come here. I am lucky it didn't summon any Vexes. I swear, you know, I can't help but talk about parody all the time. I swear Java Edition are much more aggressive about summoning Vexes. Oh, that time they summoned Vexes. I forget if the Vexes are undead or not. The Vexes never got after me, and they appear to be despawning now. I think I've cleared this floor. Alright, head upstairs. Hi, zombie. Oh, hi there. I see that creeper hiding behind you. More bookshelves. Nice. I'm gonna have so many bookshelves now. Wow, you move fast. Yes! That's it! Hold on. Hold on. Bad zombie. Oh, man. Even the baby zombies are cute now in the tiny takeover. I don't know if I've ever found one of these. They're extremely rare. There's a diamond block in the middle of that. Diamond block. Very rare find. And here I go and destroy the whole thing. Tear it all down. Because, yep, that's what I'm doing. But whatever the case, I've searched this building and I'm not finding anything else. Alright. I suppose I can just put my elytra on. Alright, we're gonna go find some allays. That's it. That's gotta be it. That's the site. Hold on. Just need to try and stick the landing while chunks are loading and the thing is lagging. Alright. Let's bust you out. Because they have a habit of just deciding to wander off, and I don't trust them. Alright, still got another 8,000 blocks to get to spawn with these guys. And we're going to be doing it on foot, because I don't think I can fly with them. Oh, a baby sheep. That's amazing looking. I like it. Now I'm really not sure if I want to go back to actions and stuff or stick with the textures of the tiny takeover. Okay. Stay there, my friends. Those guys have seized up again. I'm definitely going to have to wax these guys so that they don't seize up like that. Now that I have those allays, I want to make use of them in here, but I also need some honeycomb so I can wax those copper golems and they don't keep seizing up on me. I think I'm going to make a farm for honeycomb and put a building to put it in there. So here's what I'm thinking now. I've been using copper in my builds, so naturally a farm for honeycomb just makes sense. When a dispenser with shears is used on a beehive, the honeycomb pops out in a random direction. I've only found one reliable method to collect the honeycomb. Putting hoppers or minecarts with hopper around the beehive can get most of the honeycomb, but sometimes honeycomb ends up on top of the beehive or outside the farm. But if I give honeycomb to an LA, it will scoop up all the honeycomb wherever it drops every time. I simply put hoppers around a note block and activate the note block periodically to attract the LA. It will drop all the honeycomb in the hoppers without fail. Dude! What are you doing? Unbelievable. Dude, no! No! No, 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 no. Incorrect. You are wrong. That is not where you need to go. He's like, oh, I'm sad now. Poor guy keeps getting confused because he's like, oh, wait, there's a chest over here. I can get to it. All right, we got to do something like with a door or something because he's definitely getting very confused. Go to that chest over there, dummy. Put a fence there. There's just one problem with this setup. The note block makes annoyingly loud, repetitive noise. Enough to drive you nuts. I tried the new trumpet sound from putting a note block on copper. It was still equally as loud and obnoxious as any other noise that a note block can make. So I used a wither skeleton head on the note block, which I have a bunch of for reasons. It was a slightly less annoying noise, but still a headache-inducing noise after a while. The only solution I could come up with was to turn down note block and music disc player sounds in audio settings. Then I thought of something else that I could try. Here I'm in my creative test world, and this is the clock circuit that I normally use, and the one I was using for the note block in the farm. But the longest setting I can have for this, a repeater, it's still making that repetitive noise way more frequently than I needed to. So I came up with another timer that's slower, and so the repetitive noise will be less annoying or repetitive. It uses this chain of comparators, and then I have to put redstone dust here to activate it. And that's a much slower timer. And I could add more pairs of comparators if I wanted a even slower timer than that. That's a significantly less annoying noise because it's repeating less often. So I think I'll try this redstone out and see if if I last longer without getting a headache from it. Alright, I think this should be working. So what I've built here, this is just collecting honeycomb, not honey. I have an observer looking at each beehive. So when there's a change of state of that beehive, which is essentially whenever a bee leaves the hive, the observer detects that and activates. It powers this block. Then there's redstone dust on top of this block, which powers that block, activating this dispenser full of shears, and it uses the shears on the beehive and spits out honeycomb. And it'll just end up on the floor here to get picked up by the allay. That'll then just drop it on the hoppers around where the note block is. So there's the note block there, and go over into here, and you can see individual chests full of shears that feed into each dispenser. Then when the allay picks up the honeycomb, it drops into the hoppers there, and they end up getting pushed up here and collected in this series of chests and fed down to here. So if I sleep for the night, there should be a bunch of bees that come out, and we should get some honeycomb right away. Hey, you see the honeycomb there? The LA picked it up, it got dropped off, spits it out, and then is collected into this collection system here. Now I have more honeycomb than I'll ever know what to do with. Fantastic. You can also see that I have gotten some allays to tether them to these copper golems that are walking back and forth, so they have like little blue floaty balloons trailing behind them. And hopefully those idiots won't stray into the lava and die. The allays should heal themselves over time, so, you know, but if they do die, I'll know why. And I have added this whole new building, which has this whole unfinished area that I could do something with. I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet, but I have some ideas and I'm going to have to flesh that out. Okay, so maybe I didn't get Striders today. I will work on that and see what additions I can make to that room, see what I can add to the upper floor there, and continue to add to this base and expand it. Maybe get some more baby mobs. Next time on Amon Chooses Divergence SMP.